Well, last year we went to this conference called Jubilee that is put on by the CCO, and we got to hear Pitt, their FCA went to Haiti and they spoke about it. And I mean, immediately, like, I, just speaking for myself, was completely drawn to that and was like, I want to go there.
So at first I was like, sure. Like, I went down just to get some information, and then I heard the price and all the details and stuff, and it seemed a little out of reach, but it ended up working out.
Well, we were scheduled to be in Haiti for about 7 or 8 days, but we ended up missing our flight the very first day, so we actually were in Haiti for about 6 days.
I could have done without the, 5.5 hour bus ride from Port-au-Prince to Cap-Haïtien. We were on a charter bus for about 5.5 hours.
Yeah, that's right.
And I think the slowest speed we got down to was maybe 30 miles an hour.
And we were going around this mountain. There's that's the thing, their roads are not very well made, and there's not guardrails. And we were going up and down these mountains, but it was still
on 2 wheels, looking down a 300-foot cliff,
yeah.
doing 60 around a hairpin turn. It was intense.
But the cool thing was, we went from pretty much the center of Haiti to the northern tip.
Yeah.
And so just really truly getting to see everything.
We knew we were going to be working with a couple different orphanages, the Ida orphanage in Cap-Haïtien, and then about a 20-minute drive away, the Ebok orphanage, which is also a school. We knew we'd be working with those orphanages. We had no idea what we were going to be doing with them or the time frame of what we'd be doing. It was all very kind of go with the flow. I'd say the youngest was probably 3 years old, the oldest. And then they had a boy whose mother worked there that was 9, who stayed there as well. Ebok ranged from 3 to about 22, and that's actually a school, so we did a lot of tutoring at Ebok. That was pretty neat. It was helped us brush up on some old math skills. They had a passion for learning, that's for sure, especially at the Ebok orphanage. Some of the older kids, the kid I was teaching, his name was Enoch. We were working on math the whole time, and there was instances where they'd have maybe a recess, and I'd ask him if he wanted to take a break, and he's like, no, let's keep going, because it's rare that they really get a lot of outside help, different from the couple of teachers there, and so they really tried to take advantage of our help.
They are the kids there. They all look out for each other. I mean, they really are a family, and when it comes to food, they're willing to take whatever they have, split it in half, and give it to someone else. And even that person will split what they have and give it to someone else. I mean, it's really incredible to see how young children will share, even when given so little.
They're doing, I thought, a great job of keeping up with a country similar to the U.S. Now, I'd say when it comes to their infrastructure and stuff, it's rough. The roads are terrible. The buildings are rough. I mean, especially from the earthquake and the tragedies they've had. They couldn't have any more cars. I mean, they have computers, cell phones, internet, Wi-Fi. I mean, they got plenty of resources for the kids. I mean, even in most instances, especially with the orphanages, they were good on food. I mean, they had plenty of food to feed everybody. And I mean, you'd go in, driving into Ebok orphanage. I mean, it's all real raggedy and looks like an earthquake might have come through there, But they make the absolute best of it. I mean, there's poor lighting, there's electricity, there's water and stuff, but it's not like what we're used to. But to them, it's a 5-star hotel.
It is hard, for me, I had this idea of what it is, but that was completely shattered once I met those kids and just the love that they had to give as well.
We missed our flight, and I believe that attests to God kind of just broke our plans down from the beginning. We had all these plans set in our mind for the past 6 months of how everything's going to work, how the timing's going to work, what we're going to do each day. I mean, we had it down to the minute each day. And we missed our flight, and we all realized God was teaching us that this isn't like your trip, like this is for me, you know? And so we broke our plans down from the beginning. And I believe that day we had from where we missed our flight to where we left, we became more prepared and learned more about each other in the 6 months prior to that. And so that really set us up for when we were down there. And then, yeah, like you said, it was a learning experience for us that we weren't going down there to like coddle them. And I mean, we did. There was tons of little kids and babies that we literally coddled and held. But we weren't going down there with pity. And that, I think a few of us believe that's kind of why we were going down there. I think we went down there to learn more about God and about ourselves, and we really did. I think we all, I can speak for all of us when I say that. I think we learned how to love from how they loved us.